Rin was asked if she vowed to love Kazu as his wife for the rest of her life. The girl swore. A guy got married in an online game. Black Plains is an MMO with an open world and realistic graphics. An amazing online game in which it is fashionable to be anything you want to be. Kazu received a memorable outfit. A tuxedo, it is a wedding gift. Rin turned to him and suggested that they be happy from now on. Was all he was going to say was, "Ah." That energetic blonde-haired elf woman's name is Rin. They met 4 years ago. The girl introduced herself. Her name was Rin, and she was new here, but she hoped they would get along. He was paired with her in a randomly grouped dungeon. Their relationship started with him teaching her how to play since she was a beginner, and so they got to know each other through this training. The first year wondered to Kazu if she wanted to go to the dungeon with her today. Year 2 was more confident in asking what they were going to play today. In year 3, if she suggested going fishing, she stood her ground, even if the boy wanted to go resource extraction that day. Rin and him grew closer through their daily interactions, and they became best friends in the game. Kaz had only one task left to do, and that was to marry the man he loved. So one day he asked a girl if she would like to marry him, and the girl said yes. There they were, married. Some girl in the crowd got the bride's bouquet. Rin confessed to Kazu that she loved him. The guy thanked her and called her over to play while they could. Rin apologized, but she had to leave now and wouldn't see him later. Kazu told her to take care of herself, and the girl passed out. Kazu noted in real life that today had been a lot of fun. Rin thanked him for the fantastic game today. They are husband and wife from now on. Kazu replied that they have each other. He has to go to school tomorrow, so he decided he'd better go to sleep. Next time, he wants to dig up resources. Kazu happily noted that a new event in the game would soon begin. One of his classmates asked if they had seen the new Star Mainzu music video that was released last night. His friend replied that he had seen it and she was cute as usual and said about Mizuki. The guy called him a douche and asked him to keep his voice down. She's not here yet, so it's fine, but if he talks behind her back, it might... The guy was asked if he wanted to give her his opinion on the clip, but the guy decided no way. Star Mainzu is an idol group formed by 5 high school girls who are now in the spotlight, and one of them, the genius musical idol Rinka, is in their class. The moment she came to this school, everyone talked only about her, and her exceptionally attractive looks caught everyone's attention. Also, her sharp facial expression and cold attitude, she was quite unlike them mere mortals. No one thought they could be friends with Mizuki. She doesn't talk much, and her expression never changed. It's much more than just cold. Can't they feel that coldness? She has the kind of personality that some wouldn't easily match, and it's better to admire her from afar. He'll pre-order her album as soon as he gets the chance. If it were them, Kazu wouldn't go anywhere near his wallet. That's when he got a text from Rin offering to play together at 8 o'clock. The boy was glad and decided to take a nap before his first class. He thinks it would be more fun playing with Rin, watching the idols. The boy noted that there was no time left at all. He had hoped to do some resource extraction until Rin showed up. He needs to find information about a new event. That's when he saw what the kids in class were talking about this morning, and while there's a little time, he decided to listen to it again. For some reason, he's starting to like this more than he thought he would. Mizuki has a very pretty voice, and he decided to listen some more. He ended up listening to the whole thing, and then got a message from Rin that she was online. Kazu realized it was so late, and after apologizing, he stated that he would be right there. In the game, the guy couldn't find the girl. Did she take offense? He can't tell her he was late because he was watching an idol music video. At this point, the girl called him over and stated that he was late, to which the guy apologized. She has called him to go fishing with her. Today, she offers to see how many they can catch today. Kazu clarified if the girl was mad, and the girl asked to just call her next time because the trust is mutual and they are a couple after all. She decided that she would ask why he was late after all. Kazu admitted that he had been watching clips of a popular band. Rin decided to clarify what the group was all about. Kazu pointed out that didn't they forbid talking about personal life, and suggested that they forget about it this time. When he asked about her personal life last time, she said this, that if they touch their personal life, the frequency of their relationship will be ruined. But the girl is very interested in what kind of band he likes. The guy replied that they are Star Mainzu, and they have become very popular lately. He listened to them today for the first time, and it's much better than he thought. And among them is a girl named Mizuki Rinka, who is an exceptionally talented singer, and she's also his classmate. After that, there was silence. Kazu didn't realize that he had said something he shouldn't have said. He apologized because he got carried away and said something weird, and asked me to forget what he had just said. Suddenly, Rin confessed that she was Mizuki Rinko. Kazu said that it was a funny joke. The girl stated that she was a second-year third grader, her class teacher, Sato-sensei, second aisle from the window, in full view of everyone. Someone had drawn a star in the corner of the classroom blackboard. Suzuki had been absent yesterday due to being rejected. Their math teacher Kimura had been absent lately. Kazu was shocked that she wasn't joking and everything she just said was true. Rin clarified if he didn't believe her, and the guy confirmed it. He's sitting behind everyone at the window. Rin clarified if it was correct that he was Dianokoji Kazuto-kun, which the guy also confirmed. Suddenly, the girl apologized and replied that she didn't need to go. The guy assumed that she was disappointed when she found out who he was. Kazu didn't realize what he had done, if this turned out to be the cause and he couldn't play with her anymore. He stated that he would not let that happen. These past 4 years, he has taken it as a given that the girl stays by his side, and he can't imagine living in this game without her. He really thinks he's an idiot. Suddenly, a text from a girl came in offering to have lunch with her tomorrow at school. The guy was relieved because it seems that she didn't take offense, or it rather means that she is actually his classmate. He doesn't see the logic because they are completely different. In the game, she's more kind and open, but in the real world, she's withdrawn and cold. He didn't understand how she'd guessed his name. Maybe someone was playing a joke on him. Besides, Mizuki would never play an MMO game in her life. The guy still thinks it's all a joke, just a joke, and challenged the girl to prove that it's really her. Kazu couldn't sleep at all after all this. He didn't understand how his wife from the game could be his classmate. He wondered if he could invite her to play like before. But after that picture she sent, he has no choice but to believe her. Kazu thinks it's photoshopped. Someone must have edited or bought this photo. There's no confirmation that Rin is Mizuki. That's when the girl turned and waved at him. It's confirmed. The guys had indeed decided to have lunch together. Kazu realized that they were putting a sting in the bottom because the girl in front of him is Mizuki Rinka. It's weird when the idol in front of him is the idol whose video he watched last night. Ice smooth white skin and large eyes with clear outlines of contours, all detailed balanced. And when he saw her again, he knew she was an angel. Despite that, truth be told, Rin was surprised that Kazu was Kazuto-kun. The guy is surprised too, but 100 times more so than her. Doesn't he think calling himself Kazu because his name is Kazuto is too easy? He doesn't think she's the type to talk about it. Rin noted that they seemed to really hit it off after all, and the guy agreed. Even so, what are the chances of them being classmates? Rin suggests that maybe it was fate. The guy decided to clarify that they were only married as part of the game, right? It was an online marriage, so it's pure love. She's right, isn't she? This is where all the guys looked at them and thought they would kill him if he hurt her. Her theory is that on the internet, since no one knows who or what kind of person anyone is, they tend to reveal their heart to the individual. Consequently, what they write in chat rooms and how they cooperate in games, you can judge people based on the absolute minimum. No additional information required. In real life, many people approach her with ulterior motives, and in the game, all the male players she interacted with changed their attitudes the second they found out what kind of girl she was. Kazu noted that it sounded problematic. Only Kazuto, only he was pure and sincere. He had cheered her up many times even when she was going through a rough time in her idol career. Now that he thinks about it, there was a time when she was a little upset. Kazu noted how huge the fish was and asked the girl to rather give him her hand. But the fish slipped away and the girl apologized. He then said he didn't have to say that and there was nothing wrong with going at your own pace. The girl thanked him. Even though he avoided asking about it, he believes it was because of her idol career. The girl stated that if she hadn't met him, she would have left the group a long time ago. Kazu thinks she's exaggerating. She's not overstating the support he gave her because of all the emotional support he gave her. She decided to marry him. The other guys were shocked to hear this. He mentally urged them to calm down because she was talking about the game. Even so, he didn't think his classmate was so serious about the game, and he's glad. In other words, the girl thinks marriage is very important in the game, and the guy apparently has a different opinion. Kazu stated that he would say the same thing because marriage is also important in the game, and at the end of the day, give an achievement. Rin remarked that it's so cute, so that means the guy thinks so too. He didn't understand why this chill suddenly ran down his back. It couldn't be just his imagination. Someone behind him greeted Rin, a voice he had heard somewhere before. The girl clarified if the guy was someone Rin knew. It was Rin's friend. Her name is Kuramizaka Nana, and it's nice to meet her. Kuramizaka Nana is a sweet and cheerful girl. The guy didn't realize if they always went to the same school. Kurumi is very nice to meet you. The other guys were shocked. Was he really hitting on her? Nana wondered if Kazu would get mad at her for having lunch with another guy. Rin admitted to Nana that she was Kazu, and the guy greeted her. Nana stated that this is the same Kazu. That's awesome. She's so glad she finally got to meet him in person. The guy pointed out that he should have said that, considering she's a popular idol. Nana wondered what Rin was like online. Rin stated that she wasn't that much different. Nana thought it would be the complete opposite or something. Kazu mentally stated that it was the absolute truth. Nana thanked the guy for supporting the girl all this time. For a while after their debut, they weren't popular at all. And Rin has a stronger sense of responsibility than the others, so she was the most worried. Nana pointed out that Rin was completely exhausted and didn't need to exert herself so much. The girl then replied that she didn't want to be someone who gave up for nothing, shouldn't have to work harder. Nana didn't understand what to do with her. Nana showed up abruptly with Rin and scared the hell out of her. Nana wondered if she was texting someone, and please don't tell her she has a boyfriend. Rin claimed it was her husband. They got married in an online game. He's the one who doesn't ask questions and just stays by her side and cheers her up. He makes her feel like she can do her best. That's the kind of man he is. She didn't know what she was talking about. Nana mentally thanked him, because after that Rin was slowly coming around, and that's when their popularity increased. Kazu didn't realize she'd been through so much. Nana is grateful to him for that. Rin thinks her friend has forgotten she's right there, and she makes her blush. Nana, now that she thinks about it, that Rin and Kazu are married, she's jealous. Kazu immediately asked her to keep her voice down. They are only married in the game. But even so, they got married because they like each other. The reason is, when you get married in the game, you get a bonus. Nana clarified that he didn't like Rin then. Kazu stated that he certainly liked her as a playmate. Nana hesitated, she understood, as expected of Rin. The girl didn't realize how much longer they were going to whisper to each other. Besides, they were sitting too close. Nana stated that she was sorry and asked not to be jealous. Kazu realized that something was wrong, and he thought that he and the girl had a completely different understanding of the matter. And then he assumed that he liked him in real life as well. But that's impossible. Nana decided that she couldn't leave it like this and they had to get married. Nana declared that she had to go to her class. The girl had too much energy. The boy stood up and stated that they had to go back too. Rin checked with the guy to see if we wanted to play with her again tonight. In the game, the guys met, and the girl noted that they hadn't seen each other since lunch. The girl thanked him because today was a lot of fun. The guy replied that he had a lot of fun too. Here, the girl decided to admit that she was glad, but truth be told, she was very nervous and he didn't even notice. It's because she's going to meet him in person, and it's obvious she's nervous. Here he wondered if a nerd shouldn't be nervous about meeting a super popular girl. Besides, she was afraid he wouldn't like the idea of dating in real life, and she was starting to worry that he'd hate idols and stuff. He didn't care what kind of person she was in real life, as long as she kept playing with him like she always did. The girl cried and confessed that she was so glad she had revealed her true self, that her boyfriend was such a wonderful person. He asked him to calm down, and more importantly, he was almost out of time. It's really a little late now and needs to go. Us from now on, and from now on they can be together in real life. She says goodnight to him and exits the game. Kazu feels the sudden move creeping up on him again. The classmates check with the guy to see if he wants to tell us what it all means. His close relationship with Mizuki. The whole school is talking about him and his girlfriend. Didn't he see everyone staring at him? The boy claims he didn't notice anything at all. Saito and Tachibana stated that, at least today, they wouldn't let him go until he told them how they met her. Kazu agreed, but corrected himself not to tell anyone. After which he came up that was the story. The guy stated that anyway, they could hit him. His marriage partner in the game just happens to be Rin. Tachibana is very jealous. Saito stated that his calculations put them at 0.01%. However, according to his other calculations, he has a 99% chance of being harassed. She's popular, so her relationship with a particular guy would instantly spread all over the net. It's true, if he knew the truth that his idol had a partner, he would stop being a fan too. Kazu was amazed. Would he really stop being a fan just because of that? Besides, it's not like he's going to date her. Tachibana stated that he didn't seem to get it. He doesn't understand anything about idol otaku. The mere fact that they get along well with someone specific from the opposite sex is enough to let a fan down, including if they're not a gachikoi. It's a girl group, pure and innocent, which means the connection with the guy causes a huge uproar among fans. Kazu thinks his classmate is talking too much. These guys scared him. Aren't they exaggerating? Tachibana asked him to go to one site when he got home, and the guy went just to make sure. He didn't know such a topic existed, and he thought this situation was a lot more serious than he realized. Suddenly, he received a message from Rin. She clarified if he wanted to have dinner together again tomorrow. He realized that if they continued to get along well in real life, if her band lost its popularity. He apologized to the girl, he hates to say it, for tomorrow he wants to study for the exam during lunch. It's all for her own good. He's really sorry. Rin was at home hugging her pillow and muttering about how much she missed Kazuto. Kazu shared with Tachibana that he had gone to the site he had told him about. It made the guy think about how naive he was. Tachibana stated that it was to be expected that a group of fans would be unhinged. They wondered what the guy would do. Kazu decided that he would keep his distance both in real life and in game. It's just an in-game marriage, and in real life they live in completely different places. Besides, he can't let a simple video game otaku like him cause problems for a girl like her. He decided to stop talking to Mizuki. A girl overheard them and claimed that she had heard something really nice. Rin noted that Kazuto has been acting strange since yesterday, even though he said hello to her yesterday morning. Maybe she upset him about something and she doesn't know. The guys continued to admire her. The girl didn't understand why he was avoiding such a balance. Hadn't he said he didn't care who she was in real life? Saito and Tachibana offer to join the guy at karaoke, but he feels bad and heads home. Even if it's for the girl's own good, it still hurts him to keep avoiding her like this. Suddenly, a bottle rolled out of the study, and someone questioned the guy to serve. Please, her hands are a bit busy. Suddenly, someone pulled him into the room, and it was Rin. The girl apologized, and the guy stated that it was okay. He clarified if he needed anything or if he had to go. The girl seriously asked why he was avoiding her. She wants to play with him like before, and she wants to get along better with him. Kazuto apologized, told her not to talk to him anymore. The girl understood him. It was raining outside, and the guy realized he had to wait for it to end. A lot of time has passed since then, and the girl doesn't even get into the game. They went back to the way it was before, and just being classmates again? Well, that's what had to be done. Suddenly, some girl approached him, noting that they hadn't seen each other in a while, and offered him a chat. Kazu didn't realize who she was. The girl remarked stiffly, "Didn't they long for each other?" Kazu didn't realize if they knew each other. The girl called him stupid and asked him to step back for a second. He would know when they got there. Now that she thought about it, she hadn't introduced herself, had she? Her name is Kotone. She asked him to feel free to call her Kotona. The guy didn't understand what there was to be embarrassed about. The girl stated that he was an otaku, video games, he was 17, right-handed, and a foreign child in the family. The guy assumed she was a stalker, while the girl asked him not to be rude. He's at a real famous school now, and he did get along with their Mizuki Rinka ever so well. They went to the school cafeteria together. The guy knew it was all because of the rumors. Katone stated that if he wants to talk about it, then she is in place, and she brought him in. Nana apologized to the guy for calling him out of the blue like that. Kotone told her everything. She overheard his conversation with a classmate on the rooftop. They were surprised when the rumors reached them, so he's keeping his distance from the girl for her own good. And rightly so. Considering future endeavors, it would be better if he didn't get along with them. But despite all that, she asks him to get along with the girl. All these days, she forces herself to pretend that she's okay, or rather, and has been hurt. And obviously, her job as an idol is important. But she also wants the girl to be happy as a regular girl. Nana stated that if that is what is causing the group's problems, then she will help because she doesn't want to see her friends suffer anymore. He realized he had chosen to do this for the girl and hadn't even considered her feelings. She tried to be frank with him, but he rejected it. He looked at her merely as an idol from another world, even though after all she was just a simple girl who liked games, and he remembered her saying that from now on they could be together in real life after all. The guy thinks he's an idiot, and then Nana clarified if he'll make up with Rin. He confirmed it until the girl forgives him. Nana was overjoyed. Well, the rumors are spreading again, but in this case, the guy has a plan. Truth be told, she wanted them to get married, but she figures it's not the right time for that. The girl urged the guy to start their operation. Tachibana didn't understand why Kazu had called them here, but then he saw Nana, after which he declared that it wasn't enough for Rin, but Nana as well. Kazu wants to ask Tachibana, Saito, and Kotone for a favor. Nana has given him an operational summary. She thinks the problem right now is the girl getting along with a particular boy, and how he should become one of the girl's friends. However, she doesn't have any friends other than Nana. Besides, Rin likes to be alone. Nana stated that the girl is often misunderstood, and is actually one of those people who hates feeling lonely. Once upon a time, Nana asked her friend if she had made any friends in her class. So, well, she wishes she had friends she could talk to, but she's not very good at showing her emotions. She's not as cheerful as her friend, so it wouldn't be fun to be around her. And besides, she has Kazu, that's more than enough. Nana was sure that Rin wished she had friends. The boy didn't know, and Kotone just thought she really liked being alone. Nana stated that this was her plan. First of all, don't make your friends become the girl's friends. Kazu asked Tachibana, Saito, and Kotone to become Mizuki's friends. They will increase the number of the girl's friends, and this way they can avoid rumors. They would also help her feel less alone. Tachibana clarified if the guy seemed to be acting too comfortable. A few days ago, he said he would never speak to her again, and now he wants them to be friends because he wants to be on good terms with her. Tachibana stated that did his friend really think they could disagree, and who would pass up the opportunity to be friends with Rin. Saito noted that the better question was whether he was okay with it. Kotone stated that she had wanted to call this girl for a long time, and besides, when she started chatting with the guy, her facial expression became softer, and that's why they want to get along with her too. Tachibana noted that he didn't need to ask them. Nana noted that right now, the girl had closed her heart because of the guy, so if he tried to talk to her now, she'd ignore him. Nana is hitting the hurt well. Tachibana suggested they start playing together to get closer. Kazu pointed out that the girl doesn't really trust guys in online games, so it's a little complicated. Kotone clarified if there is a good way to become friends. Saito stated that there was a good way to become a friend without fail. Kazu was amazed to hear that the target was in place. Nana replied that they were in position. Kazu didn't understand why they were in position, to which Nana replied that it was more fun. Tachibana stated that if anything, they were his. Saito clarified if everyone remembered the plan. to which Kotone confirmed that they had rehearsed everything thoroughly yesterday. They decided to repeat it just in case. First, the four of them, with the exception of Kazuto, strike up a conversation with Mizuki in the courtyard. Of course, the girl will be surprised, and then they tell her to please be their friend, and that's the end of it. He thought he heard when he said it the first time, "I never thought Saito would come up with such a thing." Nan thinks it's a very good plan. Saito stated that most people would have a hard time saying no when you are told directly. Anyway, there are a lot of people around during lunch break, and it's the perfect time to show off their friendship with Mizuki. And then everyone would realize that the rumor guy was just a friend of hers. Kazu then needs to go over to apologize to her. The guy realized that was why he was standing on the stairs. The probability of success of their operation is 100%. Kazu will witness their grand celebration. The guys got together and declared that they would let their operation turn out to be a success. Kazu realized that it was theoretically a good plan. But would it be okay? Rin didn't realize who it was with Nana, to which she replied that they were her friends. She wanted to introduce them to her, after which she introduced everyone. Isn't it too cruel if it doesn't continue like this? Mizuki thought. She was shocked. Kotone kicked Saito to say his piece, whereupon the guy asked her to come inside as well, please. The girl agreed that it made the guys very happy that she hadn't done it. Kotone admitted that she had tons of questions she wanted to ask her, but Tachibana wanted to talk to her too. The guys started whispering that Mizuki had a lot of friends, and someone wanted to be friends with her too, which meant the rumor guy here was her friend too. Kazuto realized that the plan seemed to be working. Nana saw that she was so happy that they had become friends, and now she could be friends with Kazuto further. It was then that she realized she had said something unnecessary, and Rin asked her seriously what she meant. Nana states that she was doing it for her own good. Rin understands her concern, but she has nothing to do with him anymore. It's all her fault that she interfered with his real life, and her in the game and her in the real world are two different personalities. It makes sense that he was disappointed. It hurt to remember too, so she let it go. Nana paid attention to her face. It was the same as the last time. Nana realized that she couldn't change Rin. Rin apologized. She has to get ready for class. Nana asked Kotone to stop all of this. Time's up, and it seems the scars on Mizuki's heart are much deeper than Nana had assumed. Tachibana suggested they try tomorrow. Nana disagreed. There's nothing more they can do. In Rin's current state, no matter who interacts with her, they are unable to save her. The only one who can save Rin is Kazuto. Suddenly, the guy screamed with all his might and called out to Mizuki. He stated that he was very sorry for what happened. He only cared about his surroundings, not accepting his feelings. She tried to get close to him, but he pushed her away without listening. He's incredibly selfish. He realizes it's convenient for him, but he asked for permission to say it. He asked her to be his friend. The boys were shocked by his actions. He clarified that he meant for everyone, not just him. He suggests having fun talking about meaningless things, going to karaoke after class, and he's taking her fishing. No one understood what fishing had to do with it. Nana remembered something. Suddenly, the door opened to Kazu and the teacher announced for the boy to quickly go to class. Kazu was frightened and fell out of the window. He landed in a flower bed, and he only has a scratch. Rin was really scared, and she's glad he's okay. Kazuto apologized to the girl for making her cry, and what she said there was completely sincere. Rin stated that she wanted to be friends with them in real life, and go fishing too. Kazuto shared that fishing is certainly good, but he would like to go fishing with her once in a while. The girl declared that it wasn't so bad from time to time. All the guys ran up to the guy worriedly, asking how he was doing. Some think he's crazy, some think he's a legend, but in general, it's worth starting with the fact that he was acting stupid. The reconciliation operation was successful and the guys scolded, of course, but he promised to clean up the flower bed. Rin clarified if she could say she was his wife. Kazu clarified that wasn't it obvious rather than the sight of being married, and the girl agreed. Kazu thought about the fact that he was playing together with his girlfriend again, and it felt so good. Suddenly, some man came up to them and chimed in that he had finally found them. Kazu clarified if the man was a friend of the girl. His nickname is Sturmengriff. He's a level 2 Vera man, and judging by his level, he's a newbie. Rin realized it was Nana. Sturmengriff was the name of her pet cat. Kazu was amazed at what kind of name it was. Nana clarified that her boy is cute, isn't he? However, the face doesn't match the voice at all. She had to send her a message, however, she wanted to surprise them by showing up unannounced. Rin asked not to scare her. Nana approached Kazu and clarified if this girl was really their Rin. The guy withheld. Is this really the first time she's seeing her? That's how much of a character she is in the game. Nana stated that she had already told her that she was the same as in real life. She needed to think it over now. After all, this is a very different person. Rin suggested we go hunting already, and the girl should be used to the Black Plains. Nana clarified if she could kill at least one monster. Kazu asked to provide it to them and they would help. Kazu suggested they hunt the easier mobs from the area first. They came across one of the beasts, and Nana declared that he was such a cute boy. Rin stated that he had probably already noticed, but Nana had completely different tastes and like most people. Kazu pointed out that he was too strong, so they should keep their distance better. Nana stated that the little dog was playing with her, but she was defeated. The girl apologized, but it was her first time, so let her take it easy, and the guy suggested looking for something lighter. Kazu noted that the girl seemed to be a complete zero at video games, and Rin had already gone fishing. Nana clarified, didn't she want to get along better with Rin? Kazu noted that it was unexpected. The most important thing is to shorten the distance between them and call each other by name. That would definitely make the girl happy. But the guy didn't realize if just Rin wasn't enough, and anyway, it was just the addition of one syllable. His name and his nickname are completely different things. We're going to have the two of them alone, so he's going to call her Rinka. Just then, the girl stated that she needed to step away for a bit, and he realized that this beeping sounded similar to her voice. Rin noted that Nana was doing much better, but still had a lot to learn. Kazu didn't understand me, if anything, another name, and suddenly turned to Rinka to ask about what kind of curry she liked. It felt very awkward to call her by her name, and what's more, he had been calling her Rin for so long that it felt weird now. The girl stated that she likes sweets. Nana texted Kazuto, and the guy realized that she could hear everything. He also shared with Rinka that he couldn't believe they had PE tomorrow, to which the girl replied that they didn't. Then he asked her to see if a seagull was flying. The guy couldn't, since he was already used to calling her Rin. The girl stated that he was acting weird. She stated that if something was wrong, they should talk about it. He realized that he was trying to face it, and he needed to change too. The guy stated that he was sorry and offered to talk about it. He wondered if he could call her Rinka from now on. The girl can't believe he's suggesting it, and it's so unexpected. He wondered if it was normal. The girl stated that it wasn't obvious, after all they were married. He suggested that she could call him Kazuto. The girl immediately hugged him and called out that she loved him. The guy asked her to take care of him, and the girl asked her to take care of her in return, as friends and as spouses. Rin clarified if it was time for Nana to get out of there. The girl clarified if they had figured it out. Rin clarified that it was Nana's idea to call her by her first name after all. The guy didn't understand how she knew about it. Rin doubted that such an idea could have come from a dumb Kazuto. Despite that, she's really happy, or rather, she's gotten closer to him, but she feels a bit special. Nana stated that Kazuto could call her Nana too. The guy agreed, and Rinka called him a jerk. Ever since the incident and meetings had become routine, but today he was the only one Rinka had called. Rinka invited Kazuto over to her place. The guy didn't understand if it was allowed to come in here. Rinka confirmed that's why this is their secret place, and she wanted to treat him to something. He's constantly dissolved eggs for lunch, and it can't go on any longer, so she brought him a bento today. From now on, she will cook for him every day since she is his wife. Kazuto thanked her and clarified that he could really eat it. Kazuto stated, something delicious and unbelievable. Or should I say, she got up early to make lunch for him, and even though she still has workouts to do, he doesn't deserve it. Rinka clarified if there was anything she could ask him. The guy agreed to anything. She clarified if he could say, The guy didn't realize if that's really what friends were saying, and he was totally against it. Rin once again clarified if he didn't want to. The guy replied that he was just a little shocked. After a moment, however, he did repeat, and Rin praised him and asked him to eat more, please. After a while, the guy stated that he couldn't take it anymore and asked her to wait. Rin was shocked and let him not tell her exactly what he meant by family fatigue. Another temper tantrum. Of course, it had been a few years since they had gotten married, and when she thinks of the guy, she has butterflies fluttering in her stomach, and now she only thinks of him. Well, something was wrong. The guy stated that he was just full. Rin noted that if that was the case, he could just tell her. Suddenly, they heard some sound. It was something moving to the side. Rin assumed that isn't that the same sound Ishimatsu-sensei's gym teacher makes. If sensei finds them here, he'll tell him to run 1,000 laps around the school. The boys decided to quickly hide in the closet, and I think the teacher walked in on them. The boys stood in the closet, tightly pressed against each other, and it was very bad. The guy asked the girl not to make such strange noises. Rinka noted that his heart was beating so hard, but hers was too. Also, his body is so warm, and the guy declared that he couldn't hold back any longer. The girl stated that he couldn't. They were dating, of course, but they were still high schoolers after all, and in a place like this. She asked the guy to be gentle with her. Kazuto that he couldn't hold back any longer and sneezed very loudly coming out of the closet. There was so much dust that his nose itched. That's when they saw the cat, and the guy didn't realize what else it was. Turns out all those sounds were made by this cat's bell. It's Sturmengriff. Kazuto remembered that it was Nana's cat, and as he walked away again, Rinka beckoned him to go to where Nana was. Guy recalled that the girl had said something when they were in the closet, but she claimed it was nothing. Guy didn't understand why she was angry again. Rin texted the guy that her parents are away and won't be back until Sunday. Would the guy like to come over to visit her? His friend stated that it sounded erotic. This shocked Kazuto, and he didn't realize how long they had been standing there. Tachibana he would find out when he graduated, but Kotone stated that he should prepare well. The guy clarified to the guys that isn't it obvious what they will do with the girl when they are alone? It is, of course, to play online games. Playing online games together with someone is a dream come true for them. Gamers and girls don't seem to mind. The next day, he actually came to visit her. The boy assumed he was here, sort of, and was met by Rinka, greeting him. He can't stop thinking that the girl in that dress is so beautiful. Rinka asked the guy to come in, and he apologized for the intrusion. The boy saw the women's room. Rinka asked him to sit down while she made tea. Then he saw her game room and was amazed. There was a sewing machine next to it. He didn't know she liked to sew. The girl wondered what it was he was looking at there. The guy noticed she was already back. She hoped he wasn't analyzing every corner of the women's room and called him a pervert. After a couple moments, she offered to start and clarified what he was doing. The guy stated that he was entering the game. She thought he would realize that they would be discussing their relationship and interactions with other girls today. This is when she decided that they would clean up their friends in the game first, and the guy stated that she couldn't do that. They're just friends, so why delete them? The guy asked her to please don't delete his friends or he will be all alone. Rinka said that he actually has her, but he has friends that he plays with when the girl is out of touch. She understands what he's trying to say, and in other words, he wants her to quit her job as an idol. Well, the guy started denying it. He doesn't want her to quit her job and delete his friends in the game. Rinka disagreed. She had heard from Satoko, who had been divorced 8 times, that men make you let your guard down like that and get a mistress. He was asking too much. Kazuto didn't understand what you were asking for much, and he alerted the girl that this kind of plot and plot twist was not for couples. The girl agreed that they are not a couple, they are husband and wife. Kazuto at first thought she understood that, but afterwards stated that they were just friends in real life, and it didn't seem like she was overreacting. Rinka continued to stand on the fact that they are husband and wife and naturally control who her husband socializes with. Well, how? The guy didn't say they are husband and wife only in an online game. Suddenly, someone notified the girl that he was home. Rinka was shocked, for she was told that this person would come later, and she urged the guy to hide. He decided he would go into the closet, but the girl disagreed and put him on the bed. Better there. Someone called Rinka sis and notified her that she was home. It was Rinka's sister Nonoa. Her sister realized what to do. Someone was here, but Rinka started to deny that no one was here, and she suggested she go change. However, Nonoa went to the bed and pulled down the blanket, whereupon she saw Kazuto and yelled that her sister had brought home a boyfriend. Nonoa could do nothing but rejoice that her sister had brought home a boyfriend. Rinka notified him that it was her little sister. The girl stated that it was nice to meet you and her name was Mizuki Nona, first year of elementary school. Kazuto thought about the family members being very strong. Nonoa clarified if her brother was going up with her sister, but he wasn't quite sure where he was going to go. The girl added that he was taking the stairs to adulthood. Kazuto pointed out that kids nowadays ask too much, and her sister stated that she heard that while watching a drama she doesn't even understand. Nonoa asked her little brother to play. Kazuto wanted to refuse but still agreed, and he would play with her for as long as she wanted. Rinka reminded her that she wanted to take something down and discuss it. Kazuto noted that they wouldn't be long, after which the girl pointed to his laptop and said she wanted to play that. The guy wondered if she was playing games too. The girl was angry that she wanted a different character, and he offered to create a new one. They began to choose a gender and clothing together, resulting in their creation of the character, Nonoa. Kazuto thought he was very cute. Rinka remarked that her character was cute too. Nono defeated one monster in the game, and Rinka winded up that she could do that too. Kazuto decided to ask the girl if she happened to be in competition with her sister, but the girl pretended like she didn't know what he was talking about. Nonoa shared with her brother that she had won again, and he praised her. Rinka stated that if it had been her, she would have taken it out with one punch. Kazuto knew she was competing with her sister after all. She had never gotten the same compliments from him, and to which the guy claimed it was because she was twice her age. Even if Rinky's enthusiasm is high, isn't that overdoing it? Studies have shown that praising someone boosts a person's confidence and can help form a good relationship. In other words, if they are a couple, they should praise each other. She's obviously happy that he's befriending her sister, but she's trying to tell him to look at her because she wants to be pampered too. The guy thought about if that's all it was about. He decided to stroke her head. Her hair was so silky, slightly refreshing, and he mentally asked her to stop making those moaning noises. Kazuto didn't realize how long he still had to stroke Rinka's head. Suddenly, the girl clarified if he could touch her again. Suddenly, some girl burst into their room and claimed to be her, while turning to her sister. She wondered what was between Rinka and Kazuto. The girl realized that she hadn't even introduced herself yet. After all, her name is Kasumi. She's a college student and Rinky's older sister. Kazuto, she's a big Rinka. Rinka admitted that he was her classmate and her sister clarified if they were dating. Kazuto stated that they were not dating, but her sister stated that he was her husband. Kasumi was shocked to hear about her husband. The girl explained that she and her boyfriend met in an online game and got married there. Her sister clarified that in other words, they were just good friends. Kazuto confirmed this, but her sister continued to say that they were married. Kasumi doesn't understand how marriages work there, of course, but Does her sister mean it? Rinka stated to her sister that she was actually quite serious. Kasumi turned to the guy and asked him to please take care of her sister, only he could understand her and no one else. Didn't understand what she meant by that. Kasumi urged him to look at how cute Rinka was, and that if he crossed the line, she urged him to let his boundless lust take over. Kazuto thinks it's time for him to go home. Tachibana asked the boys what they thought of when they heard the word summer. Saito thinks of cicadas, Kazuto of fireworks, and Kotone of ice cream. Tachibana clarified, "Isn't there something more exciting and refreshing?" Saito said about bells, Kazuto about air conditioners, and Kotone still the same about ice cream. Tachibana urged them to think better. Suddenly Nana appeared and talked about swimsuits. She suggested that all the boys go to the beach together. Kasumi announced that they had arrived, and the boys happily noted that it was the beach. Rinka thanked her sister for giving them a ride. Kasumi noted that it was a precious vacation for her sister, and she winked at Kazuto that he would see everything soon. Nana stated that they weren't going to go change, and Kazuto checked with Kotone as to why she wasn't changing. The girl shared that she already has her swimsuit on and it's under her clothes. Kazuto noted that the girl sometimes did risky things. Tachibana urged the guy to hurry up, and he noted that they were just like kids. Here came Nana, that here she was inflating the circle, and together with her Rinka. The boys decided to play beach volleyball together. Tachibana urged Nana to win these guys. Saito stated that there was a 0% chance of them losing. Kotone noted that they had Kazuto out. The boy became very sad as he wanted to play. He decided to join Rinka. There appeared to be too much seaweed on the beach. He clarified with the girl if she didn't want to play volleyball. Rinka said she wasn't the type. And it was true, he had invited her often, but she was still the type of person who preferred to be at home. So maybe he was overreacting. The girl declares that she is having so much fun, and she more or less knows how her husband thinks. As she imagines the vagaries of the sea, feels all her problems floating away on the other side of the sea. It makes her soul feel so much better then, and it makes her want to do her part. Also, the guys treat her and her friend like normal students, and that makes her happy. So she is very grateful that he found her such friends. Tachibana clarified with Nana what it was she was looking at there, and the girl stated that it was nothing. Rinka admitted that there was something else she wanted to show the guy. She wanted him to see her new swimsuit. Kazuto didn't understand why now. The girl stated that it would not be nice, and if anyone other than her husband saw her naked body, and she clarified with him what she looked like. The guy stated that it looked really good on her, and she asked him to watch it properly. Kazuto looked at it and said it looked really good. Tachibana notified the guys that they were going to have lunch. Nana was very curious about what her friend was talking to her husband about. Rinka confessed that it was a secret. The boys were apologized for their expectations. Tachibana noted that when you see a gazebo by the sea, the food is twice as good. That's when they heard the other girls talking about how the girl with long hair was really cute, not to assume she was some kind of idol. Nana asked her friend to put on her hat and glasses. She let her guard down. If they are exposed, it will cause a lot of trouble. Nana made a statement about her friend standing out even in her normal appearance, though she herself was not inferior either. We had a very tasty meal and decided that now we should swim. Rinka noted sadly that her orca seemed to be deflated and needed to be inflated. Nana declared that she seemed to have forgotten something at the sea house and would inflate a tangent while she went. Rinka wanted to go with her, but Nana asked her to stay and have fun with her husband. Nana comes to the free pump. Rinka and Kazuto have a good time together, and they are great for each other. Suddenly, two guys approach Nana and ask her if she is alone. They think she is beautiful and ask her if she is busy. They suggest that they go out together. The girl was horrified to assume they were hitting on her. The guys started suggesting to go to their tent. They would treat her to a cool beer. The girl stated that she was under 18 and her friends were waiting for her. The guys claim that is not a problem. Nana asked them to please leave, but the guys continued to keep her out and started dragging her behind them. Suddenly, a guy appeared nearby and told him to let her go. The guys didn't realize who he was. Turns out he works at the store, and could they please stop doing it right in front of him? The guys asked him to back off and decided they had to go sooner rather than later. The shopkeeper stated that the girls were not comfortable with that, after which the guys left. He asked Nana if she was all right, and she thanked him. He asked Nana if she was all right, and she thanked him, so she had to be careful. There was a little-known beach nearby that only the locals knew about, and he offered to show her around. Nana stated that it sounded great. It's about a 5-minute drive. He can give me a ride. Nana perked up that she would then call everyone right away, but the owner of the car asked her to stand, and he thinks they should put the kasatka in the car first. Nana stated that he had a very nice car, to which the guy said it was his pride. Nana asked if it was true that there were no people on that beach. The guy replied that there might be a couple of neighborhood kids hanging out there. Nana thought that her friend could live there without attracting too much attention, and that everyone else would like it too. The guy said that if such a situation happened, it would be horrible, a nightmare, and there is no shortage of guys with beautiful girls like her. Nana pointed out that if it was just her alone coming to the beach, she wouldn't be able to bring her friends, and besides, the guy replied that it was a little late for her to have such scary thoughts, and she was already sitting in a strange guy's car. Nana asked him why they had stopped. The guy pointed out that she had wanted to do it herself. Having got into the car, she had given her consent. Nana realized that she couldn't move. She started mentally calling for help from all her friends. The guy stated, "Let this be her sweet summer memory." Suddenly, the windshield was shattered at the car. It was Kazuto. He worriedly asked the girl if she was okay. The man lamented over his car and clarified how much he had given for it. Kazuto clarified with the man to call the police and he would show him the photo. Kazuto worriedly asked the girl if she was hurt. He saw her get into the car, got worried, and followed them. Nana laughed at the fact that he had wrecked such an expensive car. Afterward, the girl cried about how awful it was. Kazuto said that it would go away now. He kept what happened a secret from all the boys, and it became his and Nana's secret. Even though a lot has happened, he wants to go to the sea next year too. Mizuki is back in the top 10, but I guess she's at home studying all the time. But in reality, the girl is at home reading about how to improve marital relations 100 times. Lately, she senses a change in Kazuto's feelings for such a thing to do to improve their relationship. The book wrote that when people become married, passion is replaced by a sense of calm. The girl doesn't want to admit it, but that's the way it is and how she has to accomplish it. She decided to make him see her as a girl. They really skipped the candy bouquet period and got married right away, so she needs to charm him like a girl again, and she read about the basic way. The boys came to have lunch in the school canteen. The first plan of the operation is the mirror effect. The interlocutor's disposition to you improves if you repeat his movements, a psychological technique. Tachibana checked with his friend to see if he wanted to swap meat, and Kazuto agreed. Rinka offered her portion to Kotone. Rinka took Kotone's burger. It said that the more accurately you copy the movements, the better. If you copy everything, it probably looks funny from the outside. The second plan of operation is activity. A girl struck up a conversation with a guy that she squeezed out too much hand cream, so could he please share it with her? She'd researched online that tactility was the most effective way, and she mentally urged the guy to get ready. How different from her expectations, but since they haven't gotten this far, the guy should definitely understand. The girl asked him if something was wrong. The guy admitted that when he touches the phone screen, there are marks on it. Saito stated that he needs to keep his hands clean while reading books, so he asked his friend to share. Rinka sadly noted that this was the end, and nothing was working. Not even a hint. In that case, she would use the final secret technique. Fake love. And after something like this, he would definitely have to see her as a girl. She called out to get ready. Rinka greeted him and he clarified why she had called him so suddenly. Was something wrong? But then the girl panicked. How was she supposed to pretend to be in love? She hadn't studied what exactly to do. The girl did not understand what she should do. Suddenly she heard someone talking and thought with horror of what would happen if they were seen just the two of them. Then they hid. The guy struck up a conversation with the girl about no one being here. Rinka thanked Kazuto for something was dangerous. Though they hid in a flash, a couple appeared on the rooftop kissing. Rinka envied them because she also wants to touch Kazuto and kiss. Kazuto worriedly checked with the girl to see if she was too close. Rinka didn't understand if she couldn't. They're overdue and touching her husband shows her love. Isn't that something natural? The girl wanted to kiss him, but after a second she herself pushed him away and said that while she was in high school it was wrong and called him a fool, then ran away. Kazuto didn't realize what it was, but he remembered that she smelled so nice. Rinka didn't understand what was wrong with her. She acted like that. If the mind didn't temper the heart, then. The couple apologized to her the next day. The boys went to the Black Plains sulfur mine. Kazuto was very excited as it had been a long time since he had dug in the mines. They were joined by Nana, or rather Sturmengriff. Nana stated that the name was too long, so real name okay, and she wants to mine ore together. She's been getting good at getting into character lately. Kazuto decided to ask Nana if Rin was busy today. The girl had vocal practice today, and she was the one who spent the most time practicing her vocals. It's hard to be an idol. The girl clarified whether they would go the other way today. And you cave Russian seems dangerous, so the guy thinks it is not worth it. Nana pointed out that it was in such dangerous caves that the rarest ores were found, and she offered to give it a try. It's worth a try. It's so dark and damp in there, or asked each other not to slip. Nana wonders how long he and the girl have been married in the online game. They met 4 years ago and just recently got married. The girl pointed out that they are young wives and she wants to get married too. The guy made that marriage is great because you get special privileges. Nana noted sadly that she didn't even have a partner. Kazuto asked if she had no friends in mind. Besides Kazuto and Rin, there is Nonoa and all, and marrying her would be illegal. But it can be realized because marriage in an online game has nothing to do with real life. Kazuto confirmed it, and lately it seems like Rinka is unusually close to him. Nana wonders if he has a girlfriend in real life, and the guy replies that he doesn't have a girlfriend. She was surprised though, because after all he is quite handsome. There must actually be a girl he likes by now. The guy wanted his school to have one. At that moment, the guys saw the ghost ore, the sage stone. Kazuto was shocked as he sees for the first time. There is a flying stone here, the girl informed him about it. There's also an infinity stone and a treasure mountain. The boy confessed to Rinka that he had been mining ore with Nana until late last night. Rinka accepted his answer and said it sounded like fun. Tachibana clarified if he was serious, and Saito stated that the guy didn't understand anything at all. Kazuto thanked the girl for helping him get the ore yesterday. She didn't expect there to be such rare stones. He thinks they should investigate that mine better. The girl suggested he take the wagon next time, and he agreed, as they could carry even more ore away that way. That night, they would have to lay the rails. Rinka texted the boy to come upstairs after school. He had gotten used to such messages from her by now. She asked the guy to come over to her and clarified, but did he understand why she had called him over today? The guy admitted that he didn't really. First of all, she wants to clarify something, and she is talking to him in marriage. The guy mentally noted that they were actually married in the game. In short, secretly dating a person of the opposite sex without a partner is wrong. The boyfriend stated that they were just playing around. Rinka stated that it was completely inappropriate behavior, and even with her best friend. Kazuto took the girl by the shoulders and suggested that she discuss it calmly, and he also noted that the girl had suddenly softened. Rinka admitted that without her knowledge, he and Nana were having fun somewhere, and she was jealous. Though, on the other hand, he had experienced it before. The guy apologized he wasn't thinking, and the girl apologized to him for her outburst. She realizes that it is very important to talk about her feelings. Rinka would have wanted to confess something to him, but then Nana appeared and called out to her friend. She apologized to her and said she didn't mean to say all that, but she feels like her best friend. Rin asked her friend to wait and noted that what she had just said. Nana apologized, but she decided she would stand by them both. Rinka clarified with her best friend, does she love him too? Nana confirmed it, and apparently she is a bad friend. She apologized to her. Kazuto called out to Kotone. The girl noted that he was such a rare guest and asked him what was wrong. The boy asked if Nana was here. It turned out she wasn't there today and did something happen. The guy replied that nothing had happened and thanked her. Rin never told him what happened after that. Even though she doesn't know what happened, she's still worried and he hopes they didn't have a fight. Rin thought about that moment, for there was nothing she could say then. She needed to be told that it wasn't true, and no, to her, something like this would be far more cruel. Confusion, anger, sadness, all these feelings are bubbling up inside her. Nana is an important person who supported her, but she can't give up her Kazuto. To choose someone alone. Just then, Kasumi appeared and pointed out that her little sister might be catching a cold. If she has a problem, she will certainly listen to her. Rinka asked her to imagine that if she fell in love with the same person as her friend, who would she choose? Her lover or her friend? Kasumi stated that she would have chosen both of them. Who says you have to give up on someone? Why do you have to end a friendship just because of the same feelings for one person? And she and Nana don't have such a shallow friendship. Rinka noted that it wasn't like she'd said it was Nana. Anyway, maybe she should talk to her friend about it. Though the decision was up to her sister. Rinka thanked and stated she was off to bed. Kasumi wished her a good night. Indeed, joint PE with the second grade, and Nana is so embarrassed to look her friend in the eyes. Rinka asked her friend to please come over to her. Kazuto noted that it's so noisy here, and they say that Team Mizuki and Kurumisaka will have a match on that court. Confronting the students of a popular band, the guys decided to look at it. Rin stated to her friend that she had since thought it over and she wouldn't give the guy up. But she wouldn't give up their friendship either. She urged her friend to try to get her boyfriend off her back, if she could. Nana said that she had betrayed her friend, but Rin herself doesn't think so at all. People were admiring how beautiful this battle was, and both of them had a lot of spirit, and they seemed to be saying something else. Rinka declared that she couldn't give up her best friend or her husband because she needed them both. Nana cried and thanked her friend. She would get serious and take her challenge. Rinka and Nana greeted each other. Rinka remembered how she had told her friend that she might try to win her husband away from her, and wondered what her friend's plans were for her husband. She has beautiful feminine facial features, big round eyes, and she's like a pussycat, and if you compare it to her, she's super cute. And on top of all that, she's outgoing and friendly. She has tons of friends, and of course, she's popular with the guys. Rinka decided to meet her husband and ask him directly. Rinka asked the guy what type he liked. It wasn't much to ask when her best friend was around. Kotone didn't understand if the guys couldn't do something else. Kazuto replied that MMORPGs, Warcrafts of all sorts. Rinka asks about girls. The guy confesses that he had never thought of such a thing. Rinka didn't know when he would choose her or Nana. Clarified about sweet and kind. That's what the guy thought. Tachibana here, more precisely, that isn't it natural. Kotone pointed out that aren't there other categories. The boy didn't realize if the guys were in their right mind. Kotone decided to ask him if he liked his hair long or short. Rinka mentally praised the girl for such a move. The guy admitted that he liked both long and short, but he liked the long hair better. Saito decided to clarify about personality, elegance, or cuteness. The guy replied that if he had to choose, he would choose cuteness. Rinka mentally noted that they were going 1-to-1 so far, and it was too early to finish. They had only just begun. Tachibana decided to ask Nana which melons he liked better, small or large. Nana didn't understand who even asked such questions, but she was still curious. Rinka or Nana? Who would he choose? Kazuto chose the big one. Rinka didn't believe it, and she lost. She didn't understand why the world was so cruel. And they said heaven doesn't give two gifts. Well, here, yes, too many. And they didn't trifle on them. Kotone asked Rinka not to worry, and it didn't matter if it was with a big melon or a regular board, she would always support her. Tachibana announced that he would call his girlfriend Bubsman. She was indignant. Had he stopped developing after elementary school? At this point, the guy started having a tight judgment, and at one point, Nana asked everyone to stop. Nana stated to her friend, and it seems that there is some misunderstanding here, and the person it loves is Rin. She talked to her like she was someone she loved. Rinka remembered that she hadn't even mentioned Kazuto once, and she was shocked. But they are both girls, and is it possible? Nana didn't realize so what. She's sure she fell in love with her because she's her, and she would love her even if she was a guy. In truth, she shut those feelings inside her because she knew it was unrequited love. Seeing her happy was more important to her than anything, and so she tried to support them both. But as the two of them began to grow closer, she began to feel anxious. She really wanted to interfere in the relationship, and she despises herself for wanting to do that. But even so, her best friend forgave her and told her she needed her, so she didn't give up. And one day she will notice her. Nana stated to Kazuto that sooner or later she will take Rinka away from him. He should be ready. Rinka, the video green, had set the table and was happy that everything was finally ready. All this shopping had not been a weak hit on the wallet, but it didn't matter. Today was their first wedding anniversary. She even bought a gift for the occasion and wondered when he would come. She got a notification that he had entered the game. Kazuto was surprised that they were in a house and it was such an unusual place to gather, but he immediately decided to ask what it all meant. Rinka stated that although today was a special day, she was perhaps a bit over the top. The boy didn't understand what the special day was. Rinka suggested he go to the Mountain of Love with her after dinner to look at the stars together, though the lake shore could also serve as a romantic setting. Or maybe they should start sleeping in the same bed. Kazuto apologized to the girl, but he sincerely doesn't understand what day it is. Rinka was angry. Is he hopefully messing around? Kazuto assumed it was his birthday, but from the look on his face, he realized that wasn't it. Maybe Dota had a digital patch out and it was still wrong. And then he announced that he realized today was the Black Plains anniversary. Rinka was very angry with him. Forgetting their first anniversary and he didn't think it was terribly inconsiderate, Kazuto apologized. The girl got too carried away. It was very embarrassing. Kazuto suggested she celebrate again this evening and dragged her away. Would she forgive him? The girl agreed and he noted that she was talkative. However, as punishment, could he please walk her home tonight? It was very cold outside and the girl felt somehow embarrassed that she had made him walk her out. He was protecting her from the wind, and it wasn't fair. The girl suddenly started throwing snowballs at him, and he asked what she was up to. The girl said that since it was snowing, why not play a little, and the guy agreed. Perhaps he only sees her as a friend, but even so. Suddenly, the guy got right in her face and worriedly asked if she was okay. The girl asked him to hold her hand. The guy clarified if it was even okay to hold hands. What if others saw? Then she suggested we go the other way. She thought that was quite normal. She noted that her hands were so cold, but so was the girl's. Rinka wonders, can he hear her heartbeat just by holding her hand? She's sure she's the only one of them who cares. Well, that's okay because she still wants to be a bride. Kazuto stated that the Black Plains pop-up cafe was just better, and he finally got that limited edition he wanted so badly. Suddenly, the guy ran into Kotone. The girl recognized him too. She asked him if he really went out on his days off, and to be honest, she thought he was the type to sit at home and play games 24 hours a day. He usually spends time with Rinka or Nana, though it's unnoticeable and Kotone looks pretty cute. The girl wonders what store he was at, and the guy states that it was at the Black Plains coffee shop. He asked the girl if she wanted to watch, after which he gave her a detailed story. The guy asked the girl how she was, and she shared that she was asked out on a blind date. A friend from another school invited her to karaoke. When she showed up, it turned out to be a blind date. It turned out she needed to use the restroom, so she took the opportunity to sneak out of there. She asked the guy if he was free tonight. The guy said he wasn't that busy, more like just heading home. Unexpectedly, the girl offered him to spend tonight together, and they came to the quest room. Kazuto admitted that he wasn't very good at puzzles and asked if the girl was sure it was a good idea. Kotone was sure it was all about inspiration, and they have 60 minutes. He has no idea what to do, but the girl was very quick to solve all the puzzles. This diagram showing the fingers of the hand and the numbers are supposed to indicate the number of letters in the word corresponding to the finger. The guy started to catch up, and the girl stated that this puzzle seemed to use objects. She figured it out. Kazuto replied that she was just like a child. The guys had 1 minute left and the girl solved it again. But Kazuto thought of something wrong here and told the girl that the answer was actually different. They read from right to left, And then they have to write the password backwards too. The guys were told that they had done a great job, and now the host would lift the veil of mystery and give answers to all the riddles and questions. He gave the answer to the last question, and the team that came up with the correct answers was team number 8. The guys did it. It was a lot of fun, and Kotone apologized because she was having fun. The guy backed up that it was very cool. He didn't think it would be that interesting. Whenever he solved a puzzle, did he really feel satisfaction too? The guys decided to do it again sometime. Suddenly, there was a group of guys who recognized Kotone, and they asked her why she had left them. Kazuto didn't realize who they were, and the girl claimed that they were from that blind date. Kotone started talking about how it was her friend from school. The guy stated that they were going bowling with those guys from their date. The girl stated that she wanted to go too. She asked Kazuto to go with her. The guy apologized. They had seats for 2. Kazuto stated that he would go home then, and clarified with the girl why she wouldn't go with them. Kotone agreed and said goodbye to Kazuto until Monday. Kazuto left, and Kotone's acquaintances started laughing at him. Is the girl really even friends with people like that? By the way, she's wearing the kind of shirt that's quite embarrassing to wear. She must have been joking when she said she wanted to go out with him. Kotone agreed that his outfit is very fancy and like he doesn't care what other people think, and even when he's alone with a girl, he always just talks about the game, no matter what. Even so, he's still 1,000 times more interesting than them. The girl said goodbye and announced that she was going home. Her acquaintances were shocked. The girl caught up with Kazuto. The kid asked him about bowling, and the girl stated that she decided to eat ramen and go home after all. Kazuto noted that that guy was quite handsome, but it turned out he wasn't her type.